What was the argument or the conversation that got you to swerve to say yes to him running for the presidency? Because every time, you mentioned in the book that every time someone would ask him, he'd say, well, it's a family decision,
Yeah,
which was
right.
code for,
It's like
which is code for,
thunk.
code for, if Michelle
Yeah.
says I can, I can.
Yeah, yeah. Which, imagine having that burden. But what ultimately, every time he would run for something, and I talk about that question that would come: could he, should he, would he? That was, that happened when he wanted to run for state senate, and then he wanted to run for Congress, and then he was running for the U.S. Senate, and I never wanted to be involved in politics. I had seen politics. I grew up in Chicago, rough and tumble politics, and I knew that Barack was a decent man, smart as all get out, but politics was ugly and nasty, and I didn't know that my husband's temperament would mesh with that, and I didn't want to see him in that environment. But then on the flip side, you see the world and the challenges that the world is facing. By then I had started working in public service. I had worked in the city. I saw the inequalities. I saw the challenges. The longer you live and read the paper and live in the world, you know that the problems are big and complicated. And I thought, well, what person do I know who has the gifts that this man has? The gifts of decency first and foremost, of empathy second, of high intellectual ability. This man reads and remembers everything, is articulate, had worked in the community. How do you say no to that? So I had to take off my wife hat and put on my citizen hat, as I've said, and say, how can I stand in the way if I know that this man could do good? Yeah. Because the choice for him not to do it would help me and my girls. And that felt selfish and small. And I couldn't be the person that stopped it.